How's it going, folks? Thought I would make a video on the knives I have on hand today that I've made recently. I've been working pretty hard on the knives lately, and this is the most knives that I've made that I've had on hand pretty much ever. In addition to these four, I also have 3 Yakut knives with the finish drying on the handles over there. But I've shown them before. These are the ones that I have ready to go. And I have a couple of these kind of Saami style Puukkos. With the old traditional style dangler. I thought about trying to do the kind of twisty ones, you see on some knives, but I've never done them before. Decided to just leave it at that. Kind of like the hangers that I make on my Yakut sheaths. Antler on the ends. Curly birch, and another piece of reindeer antler. Blades are about 4 inches. I think they're about 4 1/8. Really nice feel in the hand. This one, pretty much the same thing. Now this one, the sheath came out particularly nice. Has that nice Puukkos snap to it. I don't always get that on mine, but this one just has that perfect fit. Actually, back this camera off a little bit, try to make things a little easier. And then these two were an interesting project that I tackled. These are 2 kind of historical recreation pieces that I made. I by no means tried to make an exact reproduction of the original knives, but these are based on some knives that were found in the Jotunheimer mountains in Norway within the last few years. And they were a few pictures of knives that were widely circulated. This one in particular is kind of based on the larger one. And of course there was no remnant of a sheath left, so that's pretty much just entirely my imagination. The design on the front there is a bind rune that theoretically gives you extra protection against giants, which I thought was kind of fitting. I went with that theme for these knives since they were found in the Jotunheimer mountains, which means, well, Jotunheim means giant's home, or home of the giants, pretty much. And the originals were about 1,000 years old, from the Viking age. I don't know, I guess you could call it a Viking knife from the Viking age, but in some ways, but they're not really Viking knives. The people that were carrying them and lost them up in the mountains probably were just hunters. They weren't likely actual Vikings. It's really 1,000-year-old hunting knife is what it is. And it does have that pretty wicked point on there, but I believe that probably is for working with hides. Handles are just a single piece of curly birch, like the original ones. The original knife also had kind of an interesting feature on it where the tang actually came out of the back of the handle and was bent around and still had a little fragment of a lanyard loop on it. But personally, I'm really not much of a fan of lanyards on knives or anything sticking out of the back. It makes it uncomfortable to push on it. So I left that out. The tang goes almost to the end of the handle but doesn't go through. 1/4 inch thick. And the other one is overall pretty similar, but it's a smaller knife. This one's a really nice little hunting or just general purpose size, and this one is 3/16 of an inch thick. And this one is also kind of based on an original knife, especially as far as the blade shape, although the handle on the original example was skinnier and straighter and more of kind of a round, skinny handle. This one is a little bit small also, but it has a really nice feel in the hand still. So that's what I've got around, ready to ship right now. If you're interested in any of these, shoot me an email at knifemaker84@gmail.com. That's the word knifemaker and then the number 84. I'm asking 150 each for these, and I'm asking so far 155 for the small Viking age knife and 165 for the larger one. And those will ship free in the United States. Payment by PayPal. And once again, that is knifemaker84@gmail.com. So that's what I've got, and I've got some interesting projects in the works. My next one is going to be another one of my special projects, which should be interesting. I don't know if I will do any videos on making it, since I don't entirely know what I'm doing as far as the forging of it yet, but I know how I want it to come out. But I will definitely at least make a video on it when it's done. So that'll be a little special surprise. I'll just say that it's related to the Yakut knives, although it will be different from any of the ones that I've done before. So that's it. Thanks for watching.